identical.
Moneybagg Yo and GHerbo dropped a song.
Feet on Land.
Feet on Land, yeah, Feet on Land. Did you hear it? Did you listen to it?
I listened to it.
What do you think about the song?
I think this song would disqualify you on the aux if you played I'm in a whip.
Nah,
not happening.
Oh, you're not feeling it?
Nah, not at all.
Was it a specific reason?
It just wasn't, cause it sounded like every other GHerbo and Moneybagg Yo song, just like not a catchy enough hook. There was nothing about it that made me say, I'm gonna replay this. And I did not replay it. I played it one time and that was it. You feeling the song?
It sound like what you would expect out of GHerbo and Moneybagg Yo?
Yeah, it sounded like every other song that they made.
Are they supposed to sound any different?
They not like their voice or their cadence, but the song is supposed to sound different. It's not supposed to sound exactly like your last song.
What about your mood? Did your mood have anything to do with it?
Nah, I was optimistic going into it.
It's like there's a Moneybagg Yo song that's in my playlist for gym workouts, featuring Meek Mills. Oh yeah, it's fire. This song,
Moneybagg Yo got some good songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cause like okay, the way you said it, it's like basically, what I expect. But anyway, what I thought about the song, I thought it was cool. Like, my mood, I wasn't really in the mood to, like, when I heard the song, I was like, oh, like, it wasn't the mood for the song, and I haven't gave it.
What was the mood?
What that I was in at the moment?
Yeah.
Probably like I needed to be listening to like some slow jam. I was cleaning.
But what was your mood?
I was clean. I was clean. My mood was. What was my mood?
Because you gonna say you wasn't in the mood for it.
No, I just meant the mood, or like the vibe didn't match. Like I was cleaning, so usually when I clean, I am listening to slower type music. Like I'm at calm, so it's probably I was just throwing off my whatever. The first thing that I thought of when I seen the song and that they dropped the song together was I feel like they missed out on the opportunity. You know, they share a woman. Like they have a woman in common. That is the thing. And like I immediately was thinking like the art of anticipation or building up a song. Do you think they could have done better with building the song up before they just dropped it?
No, sir. I think a straight drop was the way to go. I think the public in general, maybe big shout out to Kanye for this, but the public in general is getting smarter and wiser to like these fake things or these promotion antics. Whereas like what they gonna do? Beef for 2 weeks and then drop a song? It's like, nah, we passed that. Just drop it, and then I think that alone, oh snaps, they share that woman in common. Let me hear what they're talking about on this.
Okay, and that's fair. But I was thinking at the very least, like you don't have to go on like a publicity run or anything like that. But even if you teased, and I'm not saying they didn't. I don't know. I didn't peep beforehand if they was doing things. I don't know. But they could have at least, in my opinion, named the song something. If they named it Ari, and like put that title out a week before it dropped, I feel like people would have been like, wait, what? Huh? Like the interest was already there because these two are making a song together, which is a beautiful thing. That's exactly how it should be. Come together, make music together. That's what it's about. And or if they named the song Eskimo.
Like, okay, touche.
Right? Like, what they talking about?
I would think and this is like, I mean, what would you rate the song just quickly, 1 out of 10?
I'll give it a 5.
Right, I'm around that range, 4 or 5. And I think that's where they dropped the ball in my opinion. But I'm sure that they have dedicated fans that love that. So shout out to them. But to me, they dropped the ball not making it's not even a club. It's in my opinion, it's not a club banger. It's not, maybe it's a street anthem, maybe, I don't know. But like just making it a more listenable song. I think that's where they dropped the ball in my opinion.
And to be fair, I'm giving it a 5 because my mood specifically didn't match, and that's what almost any song.
So you gotta run it back.
Yeah, I got to run it back when I'm like. So now on my way out the studio, I'll listen to it. I'm more upbeat, so like I'll listen to it.
Maybe listen to it when you're working out. Maybe because that's usually what gritty music do for me. Like if I'm working out, then I can listen to that gritty stuff. So granted, I'll listen again when I work out and see if that changes anything.
Yeah, and that's fair. It's just that I ain't working out when I leave there.
But also the I'm tired of songs. Names not matching like a hook, like nothing in the song said anything about the name of the title, so like that threw me off too, and I'm tired of that. Like maybe in that 6ix9ine got me messed up with that too, naming his songs Kaka, Shishi, La La, and it's like
ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah, I'm there too. Well, just call it a freestyle at that point. Don't even give it a name.
Right, free verse.
Shout out to Ariel. She sent me this artist. I don't know how to say her name. BJRNCK. Bajornik is how I would think you would pronounce that. So shout out to you, Ariel. I appreciate that. But there's 2 things that I hate. I hate when names are hard to pronounce and it don't make no sense, kinda. Because how do you pronounce that? And I hate that I didn't find this artist sooner, because this is one of those instances where the artist, her image matches what I thought she would look, what she would sound like. So it was a pleasant surprise, a nice surprise. I was like, oh, this is fire. And when I listened, like she had just dropped the album as well. So it was like a pleasant surprise. Like, oh, okay. Not only am I being introduced to a new artist, but I got a new body of work to listen to while I'm introduced to this artist.
So, and you said her image matched what you thought she would sound like?
Yeah, she's an attractive woman. And what I picture her sounding like based on the way she looks, she sounded like similar to that. And I wasn't like, I was impressed, or not impressed, but I was pleased. Like,
so her voice is attractive, you saying?
Yes, her voice is sonically attractive.
Okay.
Yeah, and it sounded like what I thought it would sound like. I guess from seeing her, I set expectations. I was like, oh, and it met them. Let's go. From there, I wanted to ask you, because I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but have you ever been voice fished? Wait, let me just.
So no, I never even knew that was a thing. Like from a couple episodes previous, I mentioned that Baby Chief would do it. His voice didn't match, but I've come to expect like voices not matching and being open to hearing the voice. But I don't even know how would you get
Voice fish?
this voice fish today?
That's cap without you knowing though. So you have been.
I've been voice fished?
Yes, 100%. You know the song or the artist 24 Hours
By T-Fee, something like that?
Yeah, or I think his artist name was actually 24 Hours.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but you know the song, and I'm assuming maybe you don't remember how he sound?
I don't think I've ever heard another song from him. So.
That's fair. That's fair. I heard quite a couple because I was listening to Roy Woods, and he was on the Roy Woods album. And but point is, he sound like he got a deep voice.
So his singing voice?
No, his actual talking voice.
No, I'm saying that. So
his singing voice is more of a post-edited, manipulated voice. Like that's the only way that they could accomplish that. It's completely different. Voice fish as L. Then there's another artist. I'm not. The jury's still out. The jury's still out on this artist that he got so many songs that I like. Isaiah Falls, fire. I've been listening to Your Florida Baby. But then I heard a different song, and I was like, oh hell no! Wait, hold on, hold on.
But it's like when I was thinking more like everyday people, not in an artistic lens. Because when it comes to music, like that's art. So like when you say someone manipulated a voice, like that's what you're supposed to do. You're trying to make this thing that sounds good, and to me, that don't count as cat or
voice fishing.
Voice fishing to me is, and I'm like, how would you even be in a scenario where you're talking to someone that you don't know, and then you see him, and you're like, wait, what the hell? Like,
okay. So from there, you kind of just hit on another question I was gonna ask is like, do you think it's a skill and or like a talent to be able to do that? Because the point is for the music to sound good. It is an art. Right. You want it to be good. So if you can craft it to a way in which it sounds good, like it sounds like, do you consider that a skill?
For the engineer, like if it don't sound nothing like that, like for Bats, like apparently when I heard a couple of his songs and then hearing the interview, like I'm not sure how he achieved that sonic sound, but like I think the engineer, that's a skill to be able to change someone's completely and make it sound real good.
So yeah, it's a skill. I mean, you don't have to assign the role, but yeah, it is the engineer's job. So you think it's a skill. So I guess why I'm saying this voice fishing is because something that I appreciate a lot is like live performances, and it's impossible to achieve no matter what you got effects on a thing. But once you do a live performance, you're not going to sound anything like what you sound like on a track, because the sound has to travel too far. Well, if you're in a small intimate setting, maybe not, but there's no live performer that I heard that uses kind of any amount of auto-tune that matches the actual track. You know, when you're post-editing, you could kind of make it sound cleaner. You've experienced otherwise?
Not in person, but hearing like clips of Quavo or just anyone use autotune, it does sound, even like, I mean, Chris Brown can sing, but like you can hear the autotune and thing, like it does make it sound good. Like that real-time autotune thing.
So it's not a question of if it sounds good. So like a lot of performances I enjoy, like Miguel, he sounds just as good. If not, like the live performance could be a little bit better because, you know, they put a little different razzle dazzle on the live performances. And, but I mean, to you, if you think they sound the same and or as good, then great.
I mean, to be fair, I've never like listened to someone with a so manipulated voice where it's questioning like, can they achieve that? So maybe I'll have to, you know, go back in the the lab and listen to something.
Yeah, and I can't really say that I have necessarily either in terms of no in terms of well, because I don't when it sounds heavily manipulated, I don't even
try to go to
look
the
for the
live
live. Yeah, but I have it's not a singer though. Like I'm like Travis Scott. So like he uses the and that sounded so different. I was like, God, I can't even watch this. I can't watch it. So I was kind of turned off to it. It's the perfect transition because we're just talking about like live performance and somebody who sounds dope as hell live is an artist who happens to be my favorite artist right now, Odell. Odell, him and Wale just dropped a song together. And I can only compare it to when we were kids and we went to go see the Pokemon movie. And at that time, Pokemon was everything. To me, when we went to go see that movie, not only did it live up to the expectations for me, it surpassed the expectations. I even left with a Charizard holographic card. So I felt full. I was like, oh, I'm leaving with something. That's what I take away from the song. The song is called City on Fire. And in my opinion, this is what happens when you have like an artistry, when it comes to features. This is the purest form and the best of when you have an artist that specializes at one thing, another artist that specializes in another thing, and you put them together and it sounds like greatness. Like you can easily take Odell off the song and you can hear this just being a Wale song. And then the same thing, you could take Wale off the song and you can hear this being an Odell song. And I think together it encapsulates what a feature should sound like perfectly. When you have peanut butter, it's not trying to be the jelly, but together, they make the best snack sandwich you ever had. I literally, my heart and my soul felt full because, again, my favorite artist mixed with the artist, like a nostalgic kind of artist and Wale, and they both just did their thing, and it's like, this is exactly, in my opinion, what a feature should sound like.
Wait, when did that person become your favorite artist?
Odell? Well, my favorite artist is fluid, right? It could change by the week, by the day, but Odell's became my favorite artist probably within the last month. Whenever I went to a Mets game, my boy Richie Rodriguez, he played a song. He played the song "Blame You," and he tried to play it real quick. He tried to skip it a little. I'm like, hold on, wait, what was that? Go back. That joint was fire. Just the little 5 seconds that I heard, and then he played it again. And then I went to the Apple Music, saved it, went home. He got, with some gold. He got the Midas Touch right now. I haven't heard a bad track. And as I've gotten older, just like R&B is more my lane right now, period. So yeah, that song is fire. But from there though, I remember there was a time where Wale, there was one of his like most viral situations is when he called into Complex because he got upset that Juicy J's album was ranked higher than his. Mm-hmm. And I'm only bringing it up to say, like, listening to this song is like, how much I actually appreciate that. Like, him spazzing out. It's more like, then I was laughing. I'm like, oh, Wale bugging. But now it's like, that's how much he cared about his work, his art, that, like, oh, you putting this in front of it? Not saying that he should be trying to discourage someone else's work, but it's like, nah, my work, I put in so much love, effort, details into what I did, and I feel like y'all not taking it as serious as I am. And I'm not saying that passion doesn't exist from artists today, but I don't see it personally. And I miss that. Like, I miss people caring about their work that much.
For calling into places and like, how are you saying you don't see it? Because they're not doing what Wale did?
No, well, on a couple of fronts here, in the microwave culture kind of that we're in at the moment, where artists are kind of just like drop, not taking their time with the music. Wale is an artist, he takes his time with the music. So you probably won't get, even like a Kendrick, you're not gonna get back-to-back like albums and songs right away, right? You're gonna craft it up for you, and like when I'm ready to put it out, then you're gonna get it. So like that's what I mean. And like one of the reasons why he was spazzing is because of just that, right? Like again, music is subjective. Like where somebody else rank you or rank an album, you can't really get mad at that. But to me, like I just looking at it now from like how I think about music now and how I appreciate the art of music, I appreciate just the fact that he was willing to put it all on the line for his sound, for what he created, his art. And I don't see, not saying that you have to spaz in but the way that artists are just dropping it, and to me, that's where I see it.
Yeah, because I don't see how, like, I don't know if he took however long he took, because he was waiting for things to change and like, all right, I want to make sure I include this change topic, or it just took him that long to curate different sounds, whereas other people, they could do it a little faster. So I don't give you additional bonus points because you took that long to drop. If anything, that's a con. It's like you can't keep up, so you taking that long. Now, again, I appreciate Wale, so I'm like, this is not a knock towards Wale. I just don't think that gives you any extra notches, because it takes you X amount of time. If anything, and definitely in today, like you said, the microwave, that's a con.
Oh, I don't, just because today's
Just in general, if it's taking you you coming out with albums 7 years in between, and then you saying because it's taking me so long, well, I'll just use Drake right now. He coming out with albums every year, and he come out with bangers. And I'm not saying you put more passion into it because you took 7 years versus his 1 year in between. Like, nah.
That's a fair. It's not even about him. There's something in there that I appreciate. The willingness to. And maybe I am looking at it from more of the younger artists, but like I get it. Like what are they going to do? Are you going to call a place and spaz out anytime somebody doesn't necessarily agree with your viewpoint? I get that, but like you heard the passion in his voice. You heard how like why he was spazzing. Like, are you serious? Like naming his credentials. So in another subject, like I'll get to that kind of a little bit. Georgiana and GHerbo had a little back and forth on the internet.
Georgiana?
That's
her name, Georgiana?
I believe that's her.
Is she a singer?
No.
Okay.
She's a Caucasian
white
rapper, yes.
And she got like her voice look different than
yes.
It sound different.
Yeah. Voice fish. Yeah, you was voice fish.
Not voice fish.
Oh. I said, then we got him.
First off, she looked, if it's the one that I'm thinking about, she looks like her voice is gonna sound
deep.
Not deep, but just like it's gonna sound interesting.
Or she just have an interesting look.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, just because you got an interesting, oh wait.
Like and then you're in music, so that's art. So I'm like, something about to happen here. And then you hear the voice and it's like, that's what happened.
That's fair. All right. That's fair. But so GHerbo is?
Yeah.
So her and GHerbo had a back and forth. She previewed a song on Instagram and which
previewed the song.
Georgiana.
Okay.
And I hope I'm saying the name right. And which in the song there was a lyric that says, "Can't name one K-Boo song, you suck." And there was more where she was like going at her, but like that was like the direct line. And then from there, GHerbo and her, they exchanged some like stories and videos and some exchange of text.
GHerbo ain't drop a song?
No, she didn't drop a song. Right? She said one of her responses, a video response was like basically like, you didn't have this energy in person. And so like the question I have from that and why like the Wale thing is gonna tie into this is, so how you just responded. You didn't drop a song. It's like, what happened to that? Like why are artists, if some artist critiques your music in a way, why isn't the response just like, what? I can make a better song than you and drop a song. Like what do you think happened to those kind of responses? Why is it so personal and outside of music?
So I don't know too many people who don't, like I can't give too many examples of people who don't respond to music, but I think it's a talent thing. It's like you're not creative enough from this situation to make a song. Like that's too much effort for you. So it's like, let me just do this real quick to get that attention, and that's my personal opinion. And what do you say?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a lack of talent. It's like this too cool thing where like you think I'm blessing you up because at this moment I have more clout than you, so I'm not gonna make a song about you, even if I'm talking about you, you're doing the same thing.
Right.
But I'm not gonna make a song about you because if that song becomes a hit, then you become relevant. So I'm too cool, I'm bigger than you, so I don't want to be blessing you. But I think it's like some of that. I think it's a lot of that actually. That's a lot of like what you hear artists say, like you're not worth my time, but it's like, yo, if you love the art of making music, then like prove it. Like, you know what I mean? Like go so the Wale aspect of this is that like I would even appreciate that like then like let's compare credentials like for music. Like my songs did this, your songs did that. But like back in the day, someone would debunk that argument by saying, oh, like you're signed, you got a machine behind you, so the numbers can be skewed. And in today's world, it can be on a more even playing field. And even if somebody is way higher than the other person, it's like, well, that's still music backed. It's not taking it outside of music.
But credentials alone, I don't think that proves that you're a better artist.
No, it's not that it proves you're a better artist. No, but it's still keeping it within music instead of saying things like, oh you didn't have that same energy in person, I'm pull up point. Like, why are we taking it outside of music? Let's keep it inside of music by saying, like, what's making you feel like I suck because I don't have a Grammy and you got a Grammy? Well, listen to this song.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to put it, music and entertainment is synonymous. So I don't think that when you say taking it out of music, but you're not taking it out of entertainment. It's like anything you say, that's part of the entertainment aspect, which goes hand in hand with music. So it's like, it's all for music. It's all for entertainment. And I'm sure she's saying that seriously, but at the same time, I'm saying GHerbo said you ain't have that energy and she's probably dead serious, but that's still entertainment. Fans are entertained by it, or just spectators.
Well, yeah, but then that's where the drop off becomes where it's not about music. Where they are synonymous to a degree, but it's like music and music is entertainment, but music the antics that happen outside of music shouldn't be there, because what happens from there is that's when you get artists being known for things outside of their music. Right? Like if you're known for fighting something, then nobody really cares about your music. Now you're just the artist that fights a lot. Not only does that hurt you, but I think that hurts the game in a way, or the culture of it. It shouldn't be that way. Like you should, I mean, you get it how you live, or you get it how you need to, I guess. But that's a slippery slope. That's a slippery slope in my opinion. You don't.
It's only a slippery slope if you don't come up with good music. Like if you are fighting and stuff, but you come out with good music, I don't think you're gonna be known for the artist that fights. You're just the artist, you happen to fight, but the music is gonna back up whatever your name.
And just because the outside intakes can also mess up your career and stuff. And I'll say that for the younger kids too, the younger artists coming up. You don't want a bad rap around your name. You don't want this bad dark cloud around your name. So I guess I'm stressing that part of it. Like keep it within the music. Let's keep it within the music. If you want to talk that ish, but within the music. Hey, talk down to somebody's credentials.
That's why I think it's a lack of effort and maybe talent too, because you could say that same thing. GHerbo could have said you had the same energy in person on a song, and it wouldn't be what you're saying right now. So,
fair point. When I seen the video for the first time, the only thing that I was thinking was, why they all got their shirt off? Let's see how Sean remembers that.
Hey now, what up fellas? Just clocked out the 9 to 5. Now that's that ish I do like. Hey bros, I think that song came out, 2011, 2012? But you know my favorite one is the remix. Let me tell you, what I remember specifically was I went on a date, right? I was in college, took some shorty out. We had a terrible time. Now I was the one who was driving, so we're driving back to campus. And I'm just mad, like, man, we're not wasting my time. We're not compatible. Boom, that song came on. Man, I felt emboldened, bro, especially by Kanye's verse when he's like, they ain't about that life. They ain't about that life. So in my head, I'm like, yo, she ain't about that life, wasting my time. I kicked her out, made her walk back to campus. Long story short, I got back to my dorm room. I FaceTimed my girlfriend. We had a good night. Other than that, man, that's what I really remember from the song. Good times, y'all, good times. Back to you, K&Kai.
Don't like high risk. You thinking high reward, you getting no reward. That song, come on, that's that shit I don't like. I get it, Sean. Word. Respect.
You know what? Actually, he's definitely sleeping on the couch in any future relationships that he's in whenever this clip gets played. It's time for the hometown heat.
Chai tea, coming from Florida, but now in Connecticut, the accent is there, the looks is there, the sound is there, the content that she's speaking of is there, and it's in a way where personally, I believe everything that she's saying. And when I think about Florida, it's like, yeah, they probably get down like that. So chai tea, keep doing your thing.
Her looks make you think?
Her looks, her sound.
No. What makes you believe everything? Like you said, I believe everything she's saying. What is it? Like
her sound. That she got that Florida accent. And then when I think about Florida, and I think
Florida man robs with a gator.
Every wild thing that go on, I'm thinking, yeah, that sound like, you know what I'm saying? She with the what they call it? The Haitians. They getting it down.
That just got me intrigued. What the hell she be saying?
They go bump that chai tea right now.
Guess I gotta tap in.
Tap in.
That hurt. That's crazy. I got Nick Rose for the hometown heat. Nick Rose is a super talented artist, super versatile. But I think there's two things that I think is holding him back. And I think one of them is his image. That's something that I feel like I never wanted to say about anybody, but it is something that's super important. We talk about music and entertainment, but music and image are synonymous. Like how you look, there has to be a certain look about you. So the other thing there would be, I think his output drops too much music. And when you drop too much music. Like there was a day that I dedicated just to listen to Nick Rose, and I heard heat after 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 heat, and I'm just like, there's no way any of these songs got a proper push. There's no way. None of these songs got to be pushed for as long as it should have, for how good it is. And when I say versatile, I mean like he can be in the pop lane and he can actually rap. I got Nick Rose, super talented, hometown heat. He got a whole bunch of joints with Chill Shump. Chill Shump's has been on fire. Keep coming.
Yo, Nick Rose, keep on putting out the music. Like, I'm talking about the output. Keep the output what it is. Don't slow down.
Creeping comments.
So it's a Jim Jones video and people saying he's the oldest young nigga.
Oh.
But anyways, the comment is Mr. Rudd III, and it's getting older is not an excuse to fall off. Jim is a prime example of that. Salute to him.
Wait, but what? That sounds like a compliment.
What?
He said getting older is not an excuse to fall off.
Right.
Jim is a
prime example of getting older and falling off, but thinking that's an example.
Oh my gosh. I try to see the good in everything.
Don't save her.
So my comment comes from actually someone who commented on one of my clips of Cassie when I asked him about the toilet seat. Do you mummify the toilet? And this comes in the way of at Ja112 Ave. He said, gay ass question from a gay ass ninja. First of all, an alarm! The Pause Patrol. Bruh, I want you under the Pause Patrol jail. I want you under the jail. The Pause Patrol jail. What? You get how did you get all that from just that clip? Why?
Well, I can see how you don't see that. You gotta see that, bruh.
I asked the man about taking a dump.
And then you went further to like you don't mummify like
mummify the toilet.
That is an intimate question.
No.
You don't think asking someone how
I heard Philly dudes raw ass public bathroom seats. Do you put something there or don't you? How do you get somebody's sexual orientation in there?
I can see how they got there, is what I'm saying. It's an intimate question, bro.
You're going under the Pause Patrol jail, sir. Because that's not even pause. You just went you just went and committed the crime. Life.
Honestly speaking, because there was not similar, but like someone had a comment under another cast video. They calling you a different thing or whatever.
Damn.
with the glizzy question that you asked. And so my question is, are you flabbergasted seriously that you get these type of comments, or is it somewhat expected?
Everything's expected.
Okay.
Everything's expected. It's not a comment. It's funny. Like, that's funny to me. Like, it's five video.
Full Circle Boys, free 99, 555 video caught me off guard. I'm sorry, I'm putting us on blast, but we used to be Mormons. And I remember at least one time I did go around with the Mormons and I knocked on a door. And in this video, it reminded me of exactly that. They all dressed up in their church attire. They going door to door and they asking people questions. And then after they get the question answered, they break out and dance like they in sync. And that joint is tough. So 555 video, once again, is Full Circle Boys, free 99, and Kid of the Great, that the black dancing.
Oh, yeah.
He in the video.
Oh, nice.
That joint is dope, man. So that joint is 555. Go check that thing out right now.
Yeah, so what I got for the 555 video, first I want to speak about the artist real quick. I got Daquan. Daquan, formerly known as Outer Man. I don't care if your name was Terrence from across the street. Boy is talented. But the video, I just rewatched it for phone ringing. Can't get no sleep, my phone ain't ringing.
Is that the one where there's he's like a telemarketer on TV?
He's a bunch of different things. Yeah. And like that, like super creative, and just rewatched it, and just appreciate it. But more, I just want to give Daquan, I want to give you your flowers in general, because you're someone who, I think I told you this before, but if I didn't, I'm telling you now, you make super fun music, and like to have a video to match that, and even if I think of Lockdown, like that, there hasn't been a song that I didn't like, that didn't make me want to dance, didn't make me feel something, and the videos for the most part have always matched that. So like please never stop that. And you don't need us to say it, but please never stop that. Please never stop that.
And please feel free to ask K to contribute to the budget to these videos so you won't stop. Won't stop, can't stop. Real talk.
Did you work out this week?
Nah. Well, I mean, I always do push-ups before I take a shower.
That's valid.
Yeah, before I hit a body of water, this is a tip for anybody. You want to create any habits. Before I hit a body of water, I got to do push-ups. So that's shower, that's going into a pool, that's about to get sprinkled by some sprinklers outside. I got to do push-ups so the chest look right.
Only time you can't do that is if you piss in the bed and it catch you off guard.
Let's see what the natural savage is listening to while he work out.
Today, doing a workout, I was bumping Nick Jonas, Jealous.
On one of my posts on Facebook,
That's how you know he an old head now. He said on Facebook.
nah, Facebook is lit now.
Oh, touche.
Yeah, you say you old head. You one of those off the grid mojos now. Yeah. Well, I did that. I don't know. But I was having a back and forth, not a back and forth. No, I just like to engage with the community that's there. And it was this fellow. His real name is Justin, aka Jay Cranford, aka his music name is Tragic Triumph. I'm gonna call him No Teeth. He was saying that he has more bars than Cassidy, and I was like, yo, like prove it. Send in a video. And he did.
Oh.
He sent in the video, and I was impressed. I was just impressed that he sent in a video, and this is an older white gentleman, and he got no teeth. And he was spitting, and he actually had bars. But more than anything, I love this because, again, it's the power of music. Bringing, like, no other world where I'd be me and Jay Crawford or Tragic Triumph or aka Mr. No Teeth, we wouldn't be conversing for any reason, but we was conversing, having a conversation about music. And for him to actually feel compelled enough to send his art or his interpretation of him having more bars than Cass was a beautiful thing. And here's those bars.
I'm a newcomer, by whose number? I write real shit. You writing hits to excited chicks like new drummers. For screamo bands did in 2006, did for 2 summers. I'm the real Loomis motherfucker. You're just Stu's brother. Scream like a new mother. It's do with our suffer. It's due tonight, fucker. If you're reading this, it's too late. Call a suicide number and cry to them. Play that violin, that oversensitive whiny blend of crap in your records. Make the experts depressed and overdose on Vicodins.
Is an artist's name more important than their talent? Hell to the no. Now let's say your name is Third Leg Elephant Gator, right? But you never even displayed your talent. So that's just your name. But you don't got no songs out, you don't got nothing. Tell me how anyone is gonna look you up. Right? Now it might make sense if you're a chef or you come out with some type of, if you're a chef and you come out with some type of meal or something like that, that might get the people going. But in terms of talent or music, you gotta release something. Now you can have delusional, perceived sense of talent, and that you put that out and your name is crazy, then that's also a talent being trash. And then people will say, oh, his name is this, but you have to have talent in some way, shape, or form for the name to be anything. I rest my case, huh?
Of course the name is more important than talent. Let's just use your example. If your name is Third Leg Johnny from the Gator Century, nobody's gonna listen to that. Therefore, the name is more important than the talent. No matter how much talent you got, if your name don't match up or if the name is not searchable, have all talent in your world. Doesn't matter. Nobody's listening. What say you?
If you are an artist, I don't say that you don't want to be a role model. Like that's not up to you. Like you in the public eye, you have influence, so that's just what you are. Even if you don't want to be, that's just what you are. So kind of like be careful of that. But also with and this is something that me and my brother we talked about slightly off air. Like if you are reporting anything, then you are somewhat of a journalist. Point blank period. Now you might not see yourself as that, but if you're reporting a story and you use evidence, and that's exactly what you are. Don't try to run from that. You might not like that for whatever reason, but that's what you are, man. That's my rant for today.
We'll catch you next video.